Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to turn this dresser into a kitchen island on wheels. My brother needed some extra counter space at his house, and I had this dresser that I found on the side of the road sitting in my basement doing nothing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start by removing the drawers, and then that bottom drawer support is going to go so we can have a cubby in the bottom of this island. This piece had some water damage, and the previous owner repaired it. You can see inside there's a lot of added support, which makes the bottom of this pretty robust. But I wanted to point out that you can see inside there, when we add a bottom, there's going to be quite a big cavity in there that we're going to take advantage of later.
To go down by 1/16.
This is the bottom of the dresser. We're adding a piece of wood for support and structure to add the legs to, and it'll give the inside of the dresser a bottom, as you'll see in a little bit.
Across those. Put this right in the center there.
We use 220 grit sandpaper to sand the entire piece to prep it for paint. We cut some trim to hide the plywood base, and we made a little bit of a mistake and ran out of trim, so the back of this doesn't get trimmed properly, but it doesn't look terrible.
And then can you line the other one up on the other side just to make sure we're good?
Ooh.
We used some leftover beadboard that I had to replace the back of this. So this island is getting a flip top for some added counter space. And these are going to be supports on the inside so we can screw those flip top brackets into. Here I'm cutting the piece of wood that goes in the cubby and the flip top. I made a recording error
27
and
back.
forgot to record the cutting process, but that's what that is. We sanded them with 220 grit sandpaper to smooth them out and round some edges. And right here, we're cutting a piece off because we're going to add some hinges to this bottom cubby piece. And we're going to use that cavity that I talked about in the bottom as a little hidden cubby area. Here we're pre-drilling holes for the hinges, and we made a little bit of a mistake here. We didn't save any room between these two pieces of wood, so the hinges aren't going to function properly. I will cut a blade's width off that smaller piece, the inside edge, to give some more
Ready?
room.
Yep.
I did not record that, but that's what happened.
That'll work. Perfect.
After the entire piece was sanded, except for the top, we didn't do anything to the top. We wiped all the dust off with tack cloth. We gave this thing 3 coats of paint, and we sanded in between each coat with 320 grit sandpaper. All the raw wood pieces, including the legs, get stained in polyacrylic. They get the same treatment.
This is red. I'll let you look at this.
Once they were dry, we added the polyacrylic. On the cubby piece of wood, which is right here, and the flip top, I did 8 coats of polyacrylic. I sanded with 320 grit in between each coat, and the legs got 4 coats of polyacrylic, sanding between each coat with 320 grit. Here I'm pre-drilling holes in that little piece for the bottom cubby area so we can attach it to the dresser when we get it put in after the hinges are attached. Right here you can see there's no gap between these two pieces of wood, so the hinges don't function properly. When I screw this thing into the base, it binds on itself. This is before I cut a blade's width off that little tiny piece to give a gap.
Can we paint?
We use this old handle as a towel holder.
Nice.
Okay.
We added hooks to the other side for oven mitts or anything else. We added wheels to the legs to bring it up to counter height and so it's easy to move around the kitchen. We just used some regular Walmart drawer pulls on that drawer, but this is the finished product. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.